All right, so welcome back to another video in the bonus module, and here I want to talk about computer usage on your health. Um, Normally, this is not something that people would have expected me to include in the course, but I mean, it's information I've collected over a period of time, so I felt as a way of adding more value, um, I should include this because it's it's a time bomb waiting to happen for most people who work in the digital or who have to work with computer or IT or stuff like that. So we're going to look at three very important aspects that are on the rise. And first off, we're going to start with tech neck. Now, you may not be familiar with tech neck. You may wonder what does tech neck mean. But I'm going to show you some images now so you can understand. I call it the disease of those who look down. Now, tech neck affects both those who work on laptops and are always looking down at laptops. When the screen you're looking at is not at eye level, it's not positioned in such a way that your head is upright. Now, I might agree that some of these things might, especially in the case of phones, I might agree that they are easier said than done. But the first step to preventing the problem is to recognize that they exist, and then you can then think of creative ways of solving that. Now, let me show you what tech neck actually is, what it looks like. Where is that? Okay, so now take a look at this woman. Take a look at this woman. Now, I could agree that this is a little bit of an extreme case, but look at the position of the screen. Look at the angle of her head. Now, this is the head weighs in excess. I can't remember how much. Let's check how much does the human head weigh. Human head weight weight 5 freaking kilograms. You're carrying a 5 freaking kilogram, structure on your neck, and it's bent this way downwards. Now, you do this for a while, it begins to affect the natural curvature of your neck. Let me close this, look for a better image. Something that it begins to affect the natural curvature of the neck, and it begins to so instead of the curve that this natural curve of the neck, instead it begins to get straightened. You begin to stretch the cartilage. You begin to stretch the vertebrae begins to move out of conformation. They begin to lose conformation, and that is a serious physiotherapy issue there that is coming gradually. You do this for 10 years straight, you're going to have serious issues in your senior years. You're going to have serious issues in your senior years. So one of the things you want to do is to make sure that the screen that you are looking at is at the same eye level with you. Let me open this image. Let your screen be at the same eye level. Trust me. So if you're working in an office, oh sorry, I opened the wrong. I wanted to open the image. If you're working in an office where you guys use laptops, and all that stuff, you want to there has to be a way in which you can raise the screen to your eye level. So instead of you looking down at the screen, you can actually bring it to eye level, so you can keep your head right straight on your head. Tech neck is becoming a very serious issue, and physiotherapists are the ones that are going to have to fix it. And it's easier to avoid trouble than to correct trouble. So that is that on tech neck. You see this post says tech neck is turning generation into millennials into a generation of hunchbacks. It's not far away from the truth. It's not far away from the truth. So it's a problem. So you want to be very careful. You want to be very careful. The next one I'm going to talk about is blue light. Now, most of us working at night, this is very common. So one thing that happens is usually the screens we use are usually white. They're usually white, and yeah, so this is white. But the reason the screen is white is actually because white light essentially, you remember the Roygb, the ROYGB IV. If you did physics and you did white light, you did nature of light rather, you would have talked about Roygb. So, but the three major colors in the screen that affects the output, the color output, is the RGB. That's the red, the green, and the blue. Now, the main guy that is responsible for making the light white on the screen is the blue light. And if it is during the day, it's not really much of a problem because you have many other light sources around, so it's not focused light on your eyes. But at night, when you are looking at the screen, first you have the light is focused on your eyes and it is white. Now you could do your research online and check for health or health demerits. I don't know which English I'm going to use now. Health issues or health problems associated with blue light. So it's dangerous over time, and that's why if you notice phones, even Windows 10 comes with a function that allows you to be able to adjust your screen light at night to night light form, and I'll show you how to do that. So if you've been using your screen white like this at night, it's because of the blue light, and it's going to affect your eye, and it's going to damage. It could cause macular degeneration, it could cause retinal problems and all this stuff, and you really don't want that around you. So apart from the fact that you could dim the light a little bit at night, you should also adjust the color. So you could come here, you could come to settings, or you could just straight up type display. But let's go through settings, and you come to systems, and you come to display. Now night light is on and is a time fixed for it, so you can come to night light settings. Now it's turned, mine is turned on. So but of course you can't see that right now. I don't know if it will show if I put it on. Let me see. Okay, so mine is on, but I don't know if the screen app is going to capture it. I don't know if it will capture it. I don't know if it won't capture it. So but anyways, so you could come here and then you could set the time. You could actually set the time that you want it to go on, maybe from 7 p.m. in the evening to 6 a.m. in the morning, and then you turn it on. So you can schedule it like that. You can also decide how deep you want the blue light to be eliminated. So you can change all those settings, and I don't know if my screen capture device would have captured it or not. So you do that at night, and it eliminates the blue light so that it doesn't damage your eyes. So that's the second one. Then the third one is slouching, and I call it the deformer of your spine. Now slouching and tech neck are actually very much pretty closely related. Now this is an example of slouching, a situation where you just sit in a very lackadaisical manner on your seat. You're supposed to sit upright. This is so that it helps, and it's best, it's best if you don't sit on completely hard surface. Like whatever chairs you're using should support the natural curvature of the spine. That's why seats like this are actually not helpful. You notice there are some mobile seats like this that have this, just this small back support. They are not helpful. And if you're working in a place where you're working for a very long time, you should not. This is a no-no. This is a complete no-no. You could tell your management, this is a complete no-no. You should have something like this, and probably even something that comes with a headrest that supports your head when you are working, or when you need to, rest your head a bit or something. Your back should be upright. You should not slouch when you are working, on a system. These are issues that, if not addressed quickly, will become serious issues, in the years to come for working class people. It's a digital age now, especially. Many people are moving online. You have a lot of digital jobs coming up and stuff like that and everything. And this is going to be a major problem. So you could learn about it now, and then you could correct your posture. Make sure you have a sitting system that allows you to be able to sit upright, that is soft enough, that supports your back, and that allows you to keep the natural curvature of your spine when you are working. Something like this is bad. You shouldn't, if you're gonna do this, you shouldn't do this for a very long time. Of course, this is an example of technique I mentioned again. Now look at the angle of his eyes. The screen is down, and he has to look down at the screen. Normally, what I would do for a situation for something like this, maybe the company could come up with something fanciful that the laptop, no, some fanciful that does not disfigure the office, aesthetics, that they could then place their laptops on, and then of course you will not be able to type from that height, so you could have maybe like a mobile keyboard attached to your system that you can then work from. If you notice, that's why most companies use desktop systems, and then the monitor is high enough to keep at least to keep things at eye level. So, but if in your company, if you're using laptops and stuff like that, you need to find a creative way to raise those systems for the sake of your neck in the future. You're working to make money. You should not use that money to treat your health. To have to sort out health issues in the future. All right. So I think that brings us to the end of this particular module. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.